It's West Ham versus Arsenal, London derby, and who else could I get on but Mr. Arsenal himself? Troops is in the show. How's it going, mate?
There's only one Mr. Arsenal, and that's Tony Adams. You get me? So you understand? But yeah, big
Mr.
truth.
Arsenal fan.
Yeah. You get me? But big truths back again. You get me? Big up my brother Dan. Big up Nikki. You get me? Love the work you lot do over on this channel. You get me? Always supported you lot. It's been a minute since I've been on. You get me? So it's only right, fam.
Yeah, it has been a while, and like I was saying, it's been a while since I've been on your show. Do look out for that. Back again with Troops. It's gonna be coming out on Troops TV. Might be out by the time you're watching this. On the Troops TV YouTube channel, and I'm sure it's on all sorts of podcast platforms and all of that stuff. So do go and check that out. We was on there with Liverpool fan Hussam, lots of banter, Zara as well. Good people, good fun. But the last time I had you on this show, right? Last time we did this preview, it was what? Not even last season. Was it? It was last. Not the August just gone. The August before that, August 21, I think, when we had that, right? And you was going on about, David Moyes, Mikel Arteta's is coming, blah blah blah. I jumped on with you afterwards, and you was like, no, you know what? We got life. Arsenal got life in that game, and you had a really all over the place season, right? And I was annoyed because we didn't do any content together for the rest of that season, and now it's only that you're flying and we're suffering. Now you're back again, as you would say.
Bro, it's been mad. You get me? It's been ups, downs, a lot of downs. You get me? We was as low as 15th at one point. You understand? That's when my head went. You get me? I went into Wenger mode. You understand? I went into Madman Troops came out, bro. You understand? And like I say it over and over again, like he's very lucky to be in the position he is after the way it ended last season. You get me? But what I will say is that this is the biggest turnaround since Bruce to Caitlyn. You understand? Like from Bruce Jenner to Caitlyn Jenner, this is the biggest turnaround that I have seen. I put it on the level of Xhaka, where 70% of Arsenal fans wanted him out the club. You understand? And the way he's turned it around, the way Arteta has managed him, you have to give him credit, blood. You get me? But like a lot of people, they love to throw shade. Oh, you was Arteta out, bro. Like man, I'm moving like I was Arteta out when we're top of the league. We were 15th. I have never seen my club in 15th position, and I will not accept my club in that position, bro. Do you understand? Because, like I say, like we don't have to win the title every year, but we have to compete for that title, bro. Do you understand? We have to win at least one trophy a year, bro. We are that club. Do you understand? We're not a mid-table club. We're not a club fighting for survival year in, year out. We are a club at the top end, bro. You get me? So
The Wenger out thing started when he was just getting fourth every season because that wasn't good enough. It was scraping top four, just getting that fourth spot, and people were tired of it. Not good enough for Arsenal. He had to go in, and all of a sudden, obviously Arteta's coming. He's not even getting that. Initially for the first few seasons ago, it's understandable why people are like, do you know what? We got our best manager in a long time, one of our best managers in history, out for achieving fourth, and this guy ain't even achieving fourth. So I think it was
that's what was rattling me. Like I was like, yo, like when we wanted Wenger out, like everyone was like, oh yeah, go Troops, yeah, go, yeah, pull out the banner, do this, do that, and then we're sitting in 15th, a man are telling me stay calm. I'm like, what do you mean stay calm, bro? Like we got the greatest manager of we arguably got the greatest manager ever of our club out for finishing fourth thing and FA Cup trophy, FA Cups. You get me? We like the FA Cup, you understand, but we don't want that. We don't just want to win the FA Cup. You get me? We want to win the Premier League. We want to compete for the Champions League. Do you understand? So for me, like a lot of these man, what it is they delete tweets. You understand? They're not content creators. So my shit is out there for all to see, and I don't take down videos, bro. That's one thing about me. My shit's there. You can go back and look at my thing, bro. You get me? So A lot of these men are on Twitter deleting their tweets, coming out like they're the biggest Arsenal fan. I already sent for a couple of them on the last episode, not the one that I done with you, the previous one. I already had to address that one, blood. You get me? Because apparently I was a Liverpool fan, but then no one could prove I was a Liverpool fan. I had to drop the JVC kit on these man, blood. You know
See that on Twitter.
you know that, blood, about forget the O2 kit, bro. We're gonna go to the JVC kit, blood. You understand? We're gonna put it real, the old school Arsenal badge. You get me? That says the Gunners with the gold, blood. You understand? So I'm out here to shut down man like Skepta, blood. You get me? So right now, like if we win the league, you understand? If we finish second, I'm not gonna, obviously I'm gonna be disappointed, you understand? But I don't think that that is a reason to sack him. You get me?
Oh yeah, for sure, and I completely agree with it. I think you've always got to respect that. It's someone, okay, we put our takes out there. The takes may end up being wrong or whatever, but you stand by them. Like my video, I done my reaction to us getting David Moyes back, right? And I was just like, this is embarrassing, blah blah blah. And when we had that good season, all these new comments started appearing for, this is aged badly, how stupid do you look, blah blah blah. And then now I went back and looked at the comments and I was like, okay, now what we saying? It's just things can turn. You gotta give your honest opinion of how you feel at the time. And people want to be revisionist and say they always saw Arteta do. They always knew this would happen.
There was only a few. There was only a few that stood by him. Like there was one guy, I don't know his name. I think his real name's Oren or something. He like proper stood like by Arteta. He was like, me and him was in a space and he was like, troops, like, bro, like even when we was down, he was like, bro, trust me, like it's gonna get better, like da 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 da. But like the majority, these man wanted his head on a stick, blood. But now they want to play, who's the biggest Arsenal fan? You man don't even go games, blood. Shut up, man. And you're in England. It's not like you're abroad where you can't get to the game, but where you live in Australia, you live in Singapore, you live in China, you live in Jamaica, you live in Pakistan. These brothers are in England, bro.
Yeah.
You're in England, bro. Do you understand? So you have the same, it's the same, just like me, bro. We have the same opportunity. It's the same playing field. You understand? You're sitting in your yard, blood, on Twitter. Allow it.
and you're right, and no one could have foreseen whatever you thought. If you had faith in Arteta, no one foresaw this a challenge this season at this stage.
No way.
Like, what do you think has been the difference this season from missing out and look? I'm gonna say it, sort of bottling top four. Like you was in command of top four, right? And Spurs getting it. What's the difference in that season from that missing out top four to now challenging and not just challenging, but leading the title race?
I think the moves we made in the transfer window. I think bringing back Saliba, like I've been a big Saliba fan. You understand? I'm a Saliba stan. You get me? SDL over here, Saliba Defense League. You understand? Like that's my boy, bro. Like I'm one of the few Arsenal fans that have been pushing for this kid to be in the team from he signed. You get me? And I was always like worried that Arteta's gonna get rid of him because I know the quality. I'm like, but I don't know with this man. You understand? So I think Saliba has made a huge difference. I think Benny Blanco going to right back has made a huge difference because he's not a centre back. He's much better as a right back. I think Jesus, Zinchenko, the winning mentality they bring, the intensity they bring, the never say die attitude that they bring. These men are 3-0 down with 10 minutes to go and they're like, yo, we're not losing. They're winning the game 4-3. You understand? So I think the mentality these players have brought to the club as well. I think the emergence of, well, not the emergence, like the revenge tour of Saka since the Euros, he's gone to another level. Like Martinelli, I remember when he was injured, man were like, oh, Martinelli, drop off Martinelli, we should show he's injured. I'm obviously in the Martinelli Defense League as well, blood. I'm in the MDO League as well. There's a couple of leagues that we're out here, blood. You understand that we have the Martinelli Defense League, we have the Saliba Defense League. You understand? Obviously, Zaz in the EDL, the Eddie Defense League. You understand? So yeah, blood. Real talk. We have a couple of defense leagues out here of our own. We have our own EDL, blood. You understand? But everyone's welcome in our EDL. You understand?
We're gonna see that merch. We're gonna see EDL merch on Troops TV.
Bro, Zaz pushing that one, not me, blood. You understand? Like, get me, like. He can do that in Zimbabwe or something, blood. You understand? Like right over here. So when I push them thing there, blood. But big up Eddie. Eddie's back again. You understand? But like, even like, obviously I do the pre-season tours, innit? So I get to see like how they are preparing for the season and the style of play and what we're really gonna be, or should I say, how we're gonna be playing in the coming season. And what I saw in Orlando, I thought from what I saw, I thought, yeah, top four challenge. Like even when we beat Chelsea in pre-season, it's the way we beat them. Like the way we were transitioning from defense to attack, the high press, the intensity, the quick football. It was like you could see like every player knew their role. They knew where to be on the pitch at a specific time. Do you understand? You could see you could see that like it was gelled. You understand? The Connect Four started to run. You understand? The electricity was flowing. You see me? Like so I kind of did think that we would get the top four, but I didn't think this would be happening, blood. You understand? Like it's like
Yeah.
no way, bro. I'm like in my wildest dreams, blood. Like I've been in title races from a long time. Obviously, it's been a long time since I've been in one, but I've been involved in them, and I know the kind of squad you need and the mentality of the player. And I didn't think we had that title winning mentality. You get me? You go back on our previous squads, we had killers in every position. Now we have a couple killers. You get me? We need to add to it. You understand? Hopefully Rice comes over and adds to that blood. My brother. You get me? But yeah. I think the work we did in preseason and who we brought in, I think that's what done it.
How did you feel about the Europa League exit to Sporting? Because I see a mixture between Arsenal fans. Some were like, yeah, no, this is good for us because we can just focus on the league. Some were like, no, because, well, one, if we miss out on the league, it's our best chance to win a trophy. And we want to keep that positive momentum going. And to lose to, like, that's a team you should be beating. What was your feeling about, going out of the Europa League?
I was disappointed. You get me? It's just a trophy. It's a European trophy. I've seen us win a European trophy as well. You get me? Might have been the Cup Winners' Cup, but I saw us win that, blood. You get me? I was
Really?
9. Yeah, I was 9 or 8, bruv. You get me? I was 9. I think I was 9, blood. You get me? It was 94.
I didn't realize it was going that long because we won the Cup Winners' Cup, but way before I was born.
Yeah,
I didn't realize it went.
Chelsea won it in 98. You get me? But we won it in 94. But so I've seen us win a European trophy. So obviously I wanted to see us like bring that home. But yeah, obviously I was disappointed. But when I look at the league, I'm like, all right, cool. Then if now we have to win the league. You get me?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you say you don't win the league, you finish second and
Yeah.
don't win a trophy, like, how was your view of the season?
It's a good season. It's a good season, but I'll be disappointed. You get me? Because 8 games to go, top of the league, 6 points clear. City got a game in hand, but it is still in our hands, blood. You get me? They win that game in hand, we're still 3 points clear. You get me? So it's still in our hands. So
that's
coming
the
out
thing.
of the season without a trophy, I'd be pissed. But if we finish like obviously, hopefully we don't finish second. Hopefully we win the league. But if we were to finish second and not win a trophy, I'd be disappointed. But it would still be a good season.
Yeah, you've had some good memories. It's been a good ride, but it has to be looked at as disappointing because I said this someone before because I remember last season when you was leading the top 4 race, right? And when you missed out on it, there were so many Arsenal fans I was seeing going, well, no one thought we was going to get top 4, so you can't say it's a disappointment because we wasn't expected to get it. So us falling out of it isn't a disappointment. But it's like your expectations has to change when the season changes. Like if you're in the driving seat, if you're leading it and you fall out of it, how can you not be disappointed? If it was us, if we was like say in top 4 we've done it before, but in top 4 for most of the season, and in the last few hurdles we just drop out of it, it's a disappointment whether we was expected to be there or not. Same with this title race. It's gonna hurt if you lose. You know.
I see. It's like the Leicester one, isn't it? Like they never thought they were going to win, but when they got to a certain point, they said, "Joe, we got to push."
And if they would have, if you would have pipped them to it and just got it in the last minute, they would have been crushed.
Yeah.
Even what I mean, because it's a great opportunity. Yeah. So it's gonna be mad. Like, are you confident, or are you starting to get nervous when you see really and truly it's on that game at the Etihad?
For me, it's like in certain, like I'm confident, but for me, like Arteta's got to like make a few changes. You get me? He's got to He's got to like. I like Zinchenko, but defensively, bro, he's not there, and we're gonna need like defensively to be on point, bro, in this running. Like we cannot afford to let goals in. Like that Liverpool goal, it has haunted me the whole week. You don't understand, Dan. I swear, it has haunted me, bro, because like I remember title races we've lost and the games, like the goal, and I'm like, shit. Like if you look at my reaction to like the goal, it's like the title races I've lost. It's like I'm like, oh shit, blood. Like
Yeah.
85 minutes, you're away at Anfield. Like you have literally rid the fucking storm. Like second half, they threw everything at us, kitchen sink, everything, blood. And you're 5 minutes out, and it's the way he got beat. You understand? He just put it through his legs and ran round him, blood. It was, it was
Yeah.
like it wasn't like a like you understand, a fabulous piece of play. Like you understand, like, and it's just like I'm like respectfully, for me, the only one who can cost us the title is Arteta. Like respectfully, because like in that game, you could see that changes need to be made. You could
Yeah.
see like Liverpool were pushing, they were coming onto us paws. We were going deeper and deeper, blood. Bringing off Jesus was a big mistake because then you get me, you lose your outlet. You understand? With Jesus, you can go long, he'll hold it, bring in Martinelli, bring in Saka. Do you understand? Like you could see Zinchenko defensively, he was getting caught out of position. Like you knew, like one-on-ones is not one-on-one is where he's probably his weakest. One-on-one is where Tierney is on point, bro. It's if you beat Tierney one-on-one, you got to do something special, bro. You get me? Like so, like that's why I say respectfully because he's done such a good job. I don't want to put shade on him, but he needs to make changes quicker, blood. Like
He's learned from his original mentor, David Moyes, in that respect when it
nah,
comes to.
Wenger, blood, because he literally sits there until 70, 75, and I'm like, yeah, still no change. Like, yeah, we're just running man into the ground. Like, we're getting deeper, deeper, blood. Like, he needs to, like, hear me? Like, that's the only thing.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, so do you think you'll get over the line? Do you think do you still feel like you're gonna win the league? Or do you have doubt?
I think we will because, like, I think that I think we will beat you this weekend. So I think we can, build up some momentum before we play City and like Newcastle, Chelsea, Brighton. We've got them all in that run. So for that reason, like I think we can, like, you get me. The players seem pissed off as well. Like Saka come out and he said that like he's not happy with a draw at Anfield. So like
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
gonna be interesting to see how they respond to that against us.
we've bounced back
Uh,
well after like draws and because we drawn more than we lost in it. So we've always bounced back well like after we kind of fucked up. So I ain't got no worries about that.
Before we get into the game, what's been your perspective, like from what you've seen about West Ham this season? Obviously, we have not been good, but just from an outside looking in perspective, what have you made of West Ham?
You might have been terrible.
Yeah,
Like the Conference League is saving you, blood. You get me? That's what's saving you. You like I watch West Ham games, innit? Because like Antonio, big up Antonio, my brother, Dex and that. So if the game's on, I will watch it. And you lot just go 1-0 down, and then you're like, yeah, that's it, we're done. There's no fight. Like the only time you lot fight is when it's like a must-win game. You get me?
yeah.
Like
Moyes' job's on the line.
Moyes' job's on the line. Bang, these men come out and start playing, blood. You get me? So, but like in
And
Europe,
listen, I respect that you watch them games like when you don't even support West Ham because it's painful for us to watch them. Like the football is diabolical.
yeah, like that's that's the thing. Like it's you lot play like Stoke right now, blood. Like normally you lot play football, like you pop it about. You get me? The West Ham way. You know what I mean? Like right now, like there's none of that, blood. You get me?
No, that's it, and that is the big issue for me. And I think, you know, a lot of our goals came from set pieces last season. So we were scoring a lot of goals, but we weren't really paying attention to the football, the Moyes ball. And now we're not even scoring from set pieces. So the goals are drying up. Now we're noticing how bad the football is. But yeah, it's mad. Made a whole load of signings. I mean, look, Paqueta was linked with Arsenal heavily this
I can't
season.
believe like he made the biggest mistake of his life going there, blood. What's his name's been a flop as well, Samaka.
Well, he's going to be. He's had a few injuries. Probably going to be out for the season. He's got knee surgery.
Did he?
I don't know if you were linked with Skamaka either.
I think we were, blood, and I didn't really. I weren't really. You get me? I weren't really.
Yeah,
on that.
I think he's a class player, but it's Haller 2.0.
Yeah,
it's a striker that Moyes don't know what to do with.
Yeah.
If you're not Antonio, you're not just a carbon copy of Antonio. You ain't gonna work under Moyes.
Mm-hmm.
It's you have to be an Antonio, and that's why he's been so vital for us. But yeah, that's the big problem for me.
Bowen's been hot and cold.
Who, Antonio?
Nah, Bowen.
Oh, Bowen. Yeah, Bowen as well. That was obviously someone that you lot were linked with. I don't know if how serious it was or it was forcing links, but I remember you lot were linked with him last season.
Yeah, I wasn't really on that as well. I like him, but like I don't think like for Arsenal, you get me, respectfully.
Well, yeah, he's obviously he'd be competing with Saka, you know, on that right hand side, and it's a different type of player. It's a different option. Someone that's more direct. He's got energy. He presses. He's got a lot of qualities, but like he has been hot and cold, and some of his decision making has been poor. You know, when he should be passing it, he's shooting. That's been, I think, a big letdown. So. Yeah, it's been tough with the signings. Aguerd for me has been the signing of the season, even though he had a howler against Newcastle. Aguerd, yeah, that guy, centre back wise, he's going to be quality. Moroccan international. But yeah, I mean, looking at this game, obviously, look, I have no, qualms of you feeling as confident as you do, because I feel as just not confident as I am. But is there any players that you're worried about, or any areas you think, do you know what, this could be a struggle, this could be an uphill battle?
I think set pieces, we just got to be wary of you. You get me? We've been kind of poor on set pieces in recent weeks. So
what, defending or attacking?
Defending.
We've scored, I think 2 or 3 all season in all comps.
But still, you got a threat in the air. You get me? That's where we have to. I think that's the only threats really. Set pieces.
Boy, yeah, because apparently what happened was we had Paul Nevin and Kevin Nolan who were on set pieces. Apparently Moyes took them off set pieces and said he wanted to be in charge of them. And since then, we've scored 3 set pieces all season. So you might be safe. You might be safe. But yeah, any players that you're worried about in the West Ham side?
Not really. I'll be real. Yeah. You lot because you're not on form. There's, you get me. There's Bowen a little bit, but you get me.
We need another Rice goal at London Stadium. Obviously, Nasri got the assist last time. We need another one.
You can have me. Arsenal 3, West Ham 1. You know what I mean? You can have one.
I think, from my perspective, and let me know what you think about it, it just seems to be the biggest weaknesses for you, or the biggest struggles that you've had against low block teams, defensive teams, breaking down teams, things like that. And, if we played a back 5 in this game, we had Bonner, Aguerd, and Zuma, and then you have, say, a Creswell on the left, Soufal on the right. Do you feel like that could be the approach, for us, really, is to try and...
I think with the low block thing, there was no Jesus. Now Jesus is back. That don't matter, blood.
That's interesting. That's interesting. I mean, but I feel like that's our best. If we take it to you,
if we never had Jesus, then that was your best bet. But now Jesus is there. That don't matter, blood, because he'll just run rings around a whole lot of them. He's not in Ketia, bro. He had up Van Disney last week, blood. Had him up. Took him all over Anfield, mate. I couldn't believe Arteta took him off. Maybe because he just come back from injury, that's probably why. But I think that change there was the one that was because there was no outlet.
Yeah. Boy. Well, you know what? I just before we get to the prediction, you said about potentially resting Saka for this game. I know that'd be music to a lot of West Ham fans, is because our left hand side is weak defensively. Do you still feel like you would rest Saka for this game?
Yeah, I don't think he had his best game against Liverpool. Um, I think Martinelli is on fire right now. You get me? Trossard is on fire right now. You get me? Yeah, sometimes you have to change it up. You get me? Martinelli's been dropped in games. So I think this is the right game where you can do it. You get me? If it was like a Newcastle or a Brighton or a Chelsea or City, then Saka would start. But I think in this game, you get me? Just to put a little bee in his bonnet, you understand? Just to like let him know, like, yo, there's man here that's capable in coming in and doing a job. You get me? Because we're trying to win
Yeah.
the league, bro. So we need everyone firing on all cylinders. And if that puts a rocket up his arse pause, then I'm all for it.
This game, I'm not looking forward to it. So look, just give me your prediction. What you think's gonna happen?
3-1.
How what 3-1?
Yeah, 3-1.
Okay, so we're getting a goal. We're getting a goal. We're
Yeah,
actually gonna.
I give Rice like or Antonio. You get me? Right.
Do you know what wouldn't surprise me? We score first. That usually happens. We always score first against Arsenal, and we get excited, and then some bullshit happens, and we end up losing the game. Seen this time and time again. And if we score first, I'm not even gonna cheer. I say that, but I know that I've seen how the story plays out. We'll score in like the 20th minute or so. And then like we'll the rest of the game will be on edge, and then like the last 15, you'll just score a bag of goals. Actually, I want to quickly ask you about Smith Rowe, because I know he's your guy. I know you love Smith Rowe. He's obviously had some injury problems. Even when he hasn't been injured, he ain't really been around the team for a while. He ain't really been a factor. I mean, what do you think about like Smith Rowe and his place in this team? Do you think there's a way for him to become, a important member and be a starter for the team, or do you think like his future may be somewhere else if he wants regular first team football?
Smith Rowe's my guy, blood. Like, you get me? He's been injured, so he ain't had a chance to get back in the team. The team's on fire. So, you get me? Like, he has to wait for maybe an injury, then he can come in and get his place back. But yeah, for me, Smith Rowe's got a future at Arsenal. 100%.
Yeah, it's like the way you're playing, it's going to be very tough for him to get in this side. So,
Like, Tierney, for me, I'll keep Tierney. Tierney's a bad boy, but like, you get me? Because of how Arteta wants to play and the inverted team with Zinchenko. Tierney's suffering, but you get me? If God, like, obviously, I don't want Zinchenko to get injured, but if he was to get injured, I know Tierney's going to go in there, and it's going to be hard for Zinchenko to get back in the team. You get me? So they just got to keep pushing, keep their heads down, keep
do you know
working.
what? If you want Declan Rice, maybe Tierney might have to.
Tierney's too good for West Ham, lad. Behave yourself.
No, listen, we got to get all right.
Get
So
crazy.
how much would you be happy to see your club pay for Rice?
80 mil.
80 mil.
Yeah.
What's that, Uncle Ben's? Basmati, you're trying to buy with that? You ain't getting no Declan for that. You ain't getting no Declan. 80 mil. What? Just straight, no player swap.
80 mil and Nketiah.
Do you know what? The Nketiah, actually, seeing how he did when Jesus went out, do you know what? I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that, to be fair. I think that could be a good deal for us, to be fair. Because he really stepped up, like, and he was on form. And I think it's harsh, like, that, he's out of the team again. But I think there's going to be a bidding war. From what I'm hearing, Arsenal are the team that's most interested right now. They've shown the most interest in Rice. And after the season, it's going to be a bidding war. You better hope you win that league, you know what I mean? And then I think you'll give your hand a lot stronger, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, mate, listen, thank you so much for joining me. I know you got to fly back to the UK, back to London, you know what I mean? Which is it's a lot nice, a lot better city than New York. Let's be real. Let's be. I know you can't say you don't want to upset you, New York.
London's home, bro. I don't give a shit. I will say that, blood. What? You think man can tell me anything?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, listen, everyone, do follow Troops. Back again with Troops. Obviously, the podcast is coming out. It was a good one. You know, and he's got a whole load of new merch coming out. What else you got going on, mate?
I don't even know right now, blood. Like season's ending, in it, so I'm more like just kind of kick back, blood. It's been a long season, a lot of work, blood. I just need some rest, fam.
Yeah. Listen, both for different reasons. We're both looking forward to the end of the season. Let's be honest. But listen, look, we're gonna see what's gonna happen. I'll just know if we somehow win this game. I've already said Moyes is gonna be my profile picture, and every Arsenal fan is getting it. I'm gonna be shameless. All right. So boy, next let's see where we are. And then yeah, we'll definitely catch up again soon. So thanks for coming on. Leave your comments below. Let us know what your score predictions are. One thing left to say. Come on, you guys.